So if I can just end with one of my favorite anecdotes. Inevitably, it's an Egyptian joke. It's about a student who goes to Al-Azhar and spends years and years there because he's been so impressed by the ability of the scholars to give quite great khutbahs that he wants to do it himself. So he studies there, and he gets his ijazas, and he gets his alamiyya, and then he gets all kinds of higher qualifications, and he masters rhetoric, and he masters oratory, and he masters logic, and he masters the Arabic language and Arabic poetry, and is really something. And at the end, when he finally graduates, he goes along to the office at the Wizarat al-Awqaf, the Ministry of Religious Affairs, and says, look, I've got all these qualifications, give me a masjid. And they look through all of their books to see what vacancies they have, and they said, well, you've come at a bad time, but there is just one masjid in this furthest village in Upper Egypt, and actually they do need a khatib. And the ego of this great man is dented because he thought he was going to get one of the great mosques of Cairo, the Sultan Hassan Mosque or something, and really show people what he was made of. But a job is a job, so he goes off to this little dusty village in Upper Egypt with all the falahin, all the peasants sitting there. And the great day comes, it's Friday, and he mounts the minbar in his most splendid clothes, and it's like, the khutbah is like a firework display. The most rare Arabic words and the most obscure poetic quotations and commentaries, and it's amazing. And the peasants are kind of sitting there and listening to this, and they're kind of not responding very well. But he sees at the back of the jama'ah that there's an old man who's actually in tears. And so at the end of the khutbah, he goes over to the old man and says, you know, this is just so wonderful to find in this ignorant, God-forsaken place one man who understands the great things that I'm saying. And the man looks at him and said, well, I wasn't quite sure what you were saying, Maulana, but this morning my goat died, and when I saw your beard moving up and down, I remembered my goat, and so I burst into tears. So that's very Ghazalian. And this again is part of the beauty of what the Imam is telling us, because the most dangerous thing in deen is to be proud of ego, of self in deen, rather than just to be grateful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this perfect way of life and these clear and perfect aqa'id which give us our bearings, our configuration, our coordinates in time and space. Our state should be humility and gratitude, not boastfulness, because it's not a religion that we invented. These Qur'ans and Hadiths and all of this is not from us. We are merely the passive, grateful recipients. So this should always be the state of the ones who are called to convey Allah's message in every age, and woe betide the preacher or the alim or the scholar who confuses the greatness of religion with his own self, because that's the surest way to destruction. Barakallahu fikum wal afu minkum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.